Good Saturday evening. Welcome to the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs, presented by the Sideline Junkies. I'm the big guy KG. Sitting with me tonight, as usual, the big three are back together. The People's Choice Don Rodriguez back off of his tour of Georgia for opening for Nikki and Blue Flames. And also Belinda and the Butt Naked Drill Team said he made $350,000 over the last week, so that's good. So he's gonna pay the bills this week. So any fines that we rack up, he will pay.
I told you to lock this sponsor about that $350.
See, and on his, I guess you would say left, right if you're looking at the screen, it's none other than the Nubian Sumo. Already fired up a stick, cracked him open a cold one too.
It was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Well, there it is.
And all I can say about it is the same thing I said last week. Oh, hell yeah!
And, you know, we here. It's Saturday night. I'm repping. I'm branded tonight. Nike. Sponsored. So, also,
Wait a minute. First of all,
sponsored by McDonald's.
First of all, y'all had a good show last week. Y'all went ham. So, shout out to C. Perry II, our special guest. Y'all did the thing. Y'all had a blast. It was long as hell. But remember, none of the sponsored people is paying us. So it's not sponsored by. We ain't get no money for this. I don't see no residuals from Nike or McDonald's or James Mama. I don't see none of that.
Hey, keep my mama out of this. Stay off my mama. Lady. I just got off yours.
Don't do that. His mama watches.
She was a nice lady. She was the only one that still remembers.
My mama watches this too. So yeah, there you go.
She remembers the last time that I slammed you in the sports arena. So that's why we cool.
Well, okay.
Like I look, I'm trying to do something. Man, my hand's shaking so bad. I'm so scared.
What?
I'm scared.
Just saying. That's my girls and them. We roll way back. She was like, I remember when you slammed it too, baby. Like, that's right. Tell them, Mom. Tell them. You got selective memory.
She taking them same psychedelics you are, I guess. You supplying her, or she's supplying you?
Is she complaining? Because I'm not complaining. We both got it from Michael James, so you know.
and that part. And that part.
See? That's motherfucker. KG, you saw the look of his face, so you automatically know this is kayfabe now.
All of that part.
Oh, shout out to our boy Michael James, man. Can't talk about what he did, but you know,
y'all in trouble. That's all I'm saying. Y'all in trouble.
Statute of limitations ain't up on all the stuff he used to do.
Not at all. Not at all. So,
Perry checking James, in from parts of unknown. That's what Perry checking in from tonight.
What up, Perry?
What's up, man? James, I just want to let you know there's no hard feelings. I'm proud of you last week. You went in. You know, you didn't pull any punches. Y'all didn't have to tell my business though that I was out there. You know what I'm saying, getting them coins. You know, he's making it rain, clean.
I didn't tell it.
But
I co-signed it, but I didn't tell it.
I told you.
As KG said, you know, I made about $350. So Lock That Sponsor was good. We happy. It was a good time down in ATL Shotty. So you know, that was a good thing right there. But now I'm back. Unfortunately, you know, so I have to be able to verbally berate James in person. It's a thankless job. Somebody's got to do it. And if there's anybody that's compelled to do it, the power of Christ compels me to talk about your old ass. But I'm proud of you. You did tell at least what was that? The square root of your age last week. Well, go back and watch the show. But you was talking about your age at some point last week.
I was telling our guest that I have been watching wrestling since 1974. Yes, yeah. I did tell him that.
Yeah, but you've been cleaning the ring since 1874. True pugilist. That's
and I'm gonna put these four across your lips. You keep talking.
You go ahead with the George Jefferson.
Excuse Lord. Me. That was
That you was called up my mama. Now, see.
I ain't scared of her.
We're gonna have to get Michael James to slide her the same thing he slid me and your mama. So
Good. Hey, he started it. He started it.
Not at all.
He talked about my mama first, so he started.
I didn't talk about. I said your mama was my girl because you remember when I beat you up.
Yeah, exactly. So you talking about my mama?
I'm out of it. Because you're not gonna talk about my mother. My mother's a goddamn saint, so you're not gonna talk about mine.
Well, I mean, if she's playing for the team, that means y'all got a shot.
Can we go on with this show?
Hey man, y'all had a whole 4 hours to go ham?
We had 2.5. So
you a line 3/4.
Look at the time on YouTube. It was 2.5 hours.
Y'all ran almost 3 hours. And let me let y'all know something. Even though I was indisposed out there making my coins, I was watching live, or actually listening. But you
ear hustling, and you supposed to be shaking your money maker.
Hey man,
coming to the stage.
Hey man, when the shirt comes off, you already know what happens.
Keep the shirt on tonight, because I'm not getting in trouble for you.
Viewership goes up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not getting in trouble for you.
See your mama on here now, so you better not.
It don't matter. His mama been on here the last 4 weeks, and he keep doing it.
I came out of her with no clothes on. So what you talking about?
You know what? I'm not even going to do this anymore.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, mama.
So I guess we got a show now.
Oh Lord, damn! Can we at least get 30 minutes in before we go off the rails?
I didn't make sure you got
way
the right
too late
frame of
for
mind.
that. Way too late for that.
I made sure you got in the right frame of mind. I didn't want James to feel like he was going to come in and have some comfort to this situation. So now let's talk about All Out.
Yeah. Because who won the picks on that, James? Because I can't find my picks.
It didn't matter.
I don't know if I put them in the new book or the old book.
I didn't write them down, but I'm gonna say I did. So whatever.
I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not going to agree with that.
I'm gonna claim it. I'm gonna claim that I won. So it's all good.
Nope.
Now watch it, James.
Champion
to Miss Tally.
La Champion up in here, over here, right
there. There's the picks.
So who won?
I did.
Did you not tally?
No, you didn't.
James, he had one job.
I know, right?
Well, two jobs.
Wait, hold on. Time out. What we not going to
do? We're not encouraging this dude, man. Why you trying to start stuff? Scattered showers.
Two jobs. Stalk Jordan Grace and tally the votes.
Right.
You did one job correctly.
Uncle Tom's. Who the hell?
I got you. Don't worry about it. Just keep moving.
That's how people's on the YouTube. I'm down with that. That was JF without the M.
Your mama's an Uncle Tom.
There it is.
Why you talking about people's mamas?
Because you started it. We just started a theme now, so it's all good. We'll talk about people's mamas all night tonight.
Everybody's mama can get it tonight.
Damn right. Ain't nobody's mama's exempt tonight. They all gonna get this heat.
Well, while we exposing y'all mamas, let's do a recap of the matches for All Out, and then we'll get into our impressions really quick. So, show opened with Best Friends and Jurassic Express versus the Hardy Family Office with the returning Butcher. You had Miro versus Eddie Kingston for the AEW TNT Championship. Mox versus Satoshi Kojima, which had the debut of Minoru Suzuki. I figured James would be excited about that, and the head of Suzuki-gun.
I was very
Women's,
excited about that. Yes.
Oh yeah. AEW
and then very disappointed.
Don't go there yet, man. I'm just going through what happened.
Go ahead.
So, AEW Women's Championship. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Oh, sure, DMD. Versus Chris Statlander. For the AEW tag, the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. The Casino Battle Royale saw the debut and the successful winning by Ruby Soho. MJF versus Y2J Chris Jericho. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Paul White versus QT Marshall. And your main event, Kenny O versus Christian Cage. Uh-oh. Who am I went watching sucker? She went straight up, what's her name from Sanford?
Esther.
Yeah.
She went straight Esther. Watch it, sucker.
Watch it, fool.
Fish-eyed fool.
Oh, man. That's one lady, her, and what's her name? Roz? I forgot her real name. I can't think off the top of my head from What's Happening. Shirley. She was Shirley from What's Happening. Like, don't meet those two in a dark alley. You ain't coming out. So that was the recap really quickly of All Out. So I'll go first since I didn't get a chance to do picks and all that stuff, but I was thoroughly happy with the show from bell to bell. The only moment to me in reference to match quality was the QT Paul White match, but it was what it was. Sometimes I was like, man, especially when we had Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks, I'm like, we still have CM Punk and Darby Allin. We still had Omega versus Cage. They got to follow that. But, I mean, man, the flow and the pace of the show, the way it was laid out, I mean, removing Paul White and QT aside, everything was a banger, man. And if that was their WrestleMania, they delivered, in my opinion. It was one hell of a pay-per-view, one hell of a debut or reset or statement of here we are, this is what we're doing, we're making it happen. I agree with what Perry said. It's a strong contender for pay-per-view of the year. We still got a couple to go from everybody as we roll into the road to WrestleMania eventually and everything else. But man, only thing that could probably beat that, and this is a joke, would be over in Saudi Arabia. Again, that was a joke. So don't take that seriously. If somebody says Crown Rule is the best pay-per-view ever with Goldberg, shoot. So
don't give me no more Crown Jewel. Give me Evolution. And that's all I got to say about that.
Vince, yeah, okay. Stephanie don't have the cojones big enough to make that happen because she's the only one that's going to pull that trigger. So, James.
Yes. Yes.
Hold on. I can't. That was a great movie, though. Don't post that, KG. But my mama says she's going back because y'all too crazy to watch it. Abbott and Costello meets Dr. Jekyll. That's OG right there. James was in that movie, wasn't he?
I was an extra in that movie. Yeah, sure was. Yeah, I was the only black man in the background in that movie. Yeah,
that's not way back. That's back.
I was in like 5 different scenes and whatnot because I was the only black man in the whole movie.
You could only be in the dark. When they were doing those scenes shot at night, you could only be in those shots.
I ain't even got nothing to say.
Sorry, James. What's your thoughts on the pay-per-view?
I agree with you. I mean, there was nothing, and even the Paul White and QT Marshall match, I even liked that one. So I mean, I didn't have any problems with it. So I mean, I thought it might have been a little bit of overkill to bring out all those new people. But, they could have probably saved some for maybe a Dynamite or maybe a Rampage, but, that's what they decided to do. They wanted to make this a blowout. So that's exactly what they did.
What do you got to think about it though? With the swerve of Adam Cole, I think you had to send the people home with something happy.
Well, you don't think Adam Cole coming out would have been the happy instead of, overkilling it by bringing out Bryan Danielson right behind him?
Well, I mean, they were chanting for him anyway, expecting him. So
yeah, you expect them, but then you don't give it to them. That's make them come back for Wednesday night or Friday night.
Yeah, if Rampage or something else aired on Monday and it was live, then I would do Bryan Danielson on Monday. But if they have to wait to Wednesday to get the next huge, I think that may have been too long.
No, I don't think so. Because look what they did.
think Ruby could have debuted later.
No, Ruby was fine coming in for the Casino Battle Royal. I would have waited on Danielson and had him come out Wednesday. Because what did any of them end up doing Wednesday but talk?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they could have done the same thing Wednesday. So I would have had Cole come out and interfere some type of way in the Omega match. Or if not even do nothing, just stand there, kind of as a distraction. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, it's Adam Cole. What is he doing? And then on Wednesday night, he's out there and he's giving his speech, Elite is the greatest faction in the world, and these are my best friends and whatnot, and all this and that, and then all of a sudden here comes Bryan Danielson. Why not pop him? Why not use that?
But I could say Tony Khan can be highly competitive. Sometimes,
but what is he competing against though? Raw? SmackDown?
That's what his competition is. NXT has proved that it couldn't hang. So he was truthfully competing against Raw and SmackDown. That's what he said in the interview. So, pushing the envelope, driving it, or even to some extent fueling the fan fiction or fact theory that Vince and him are in cahoots, or could be possibly being sabotaged on the other hand of the coin, the other theory, because I'm quite sure one con talks to another con. Makes sense. Just saying.
That was about
either way
you could get, bro. That's some racist shit right there, buddy.
Hey, if you want to take it to another level, both of y'all look alike.
Both of who?
You people, y'all look alike.
See, wait. First is
I look nothing like you, sir.
No. First it was.
Where's your hair?
Hold on, wait a second. First it was.
My hair is here.
First it was, them cons talk to each other. Then it was y'all look alike. Then it was you people. Dog, you was betting 1,000 tonight, ain't you?
KG, remember, this was back at DC. I told you, if you're going to get in trouble, to negate what you did, if you say something to one person, you got to say something to the other person to offset it. So if you hug, I told you, if you hug one of a girl or a host or something, you better hug a dude too. That way it cancels itself out. They can't be like, oh, he over there hugging on her. No, I hugged him too. You got to wash that out. So
Ben. Okay, Ben. I don't mind you disagreeing with me because that's what the show is all about. That's why we talk about this, to get opinions and whatnot. But do you really think that if they'd have held off on Bryan Danielson or Adam Cole and saved them to Wednesday night, that they still wouldn't have won 18-49? Do you think that would have really made a big difference? Is all I'm saying. I don't think it would have.
They won 18-49 on the match quality.
Right.
That's and the flow of the show. But that, like I said, to push the envelope even more, to really dig it in to WWE, because, Tony said it multiple times. He wants to, sometimes he says the truth. He wants to stick it to Vince and kind of put in his face. Sometimes he just wants to be competitive. Other times he say, hey, we're in a war with WWE being Raw and SmackDown. But either way, if you take any one of those, that's just saying, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there, and we're going to jump and make it happen.
Well, to me, it's just overkill. It was just overkill. I mean, it didn't take away from the quality, like you said, of the pay-per-view. it was just overkill. I mean,
well, okay, I'll give you that. Let's flip the coin. You don't think that Becky and Brock wasn't overkill?
No, that was
no,
needed.
Did he
no,
hit both
needed.
of them?
that was no, because that was needed, because Becky even said herself that was a last minute decision to bring her in. So if that had whatever happened to Sasha hadn't happened, Becky wouldn't be there.
No, it wasn't a last minute for Sasha. It was a last minute because of CM Punk.
But I thought that was the response.
Brock
the
was the
response to
last
him was
minute.
Brock.
Was a CM. That's what I'm saying. Overkill would have been that. They could have ran through it, did everything, and let it be, but they wanted to stick it to AEW, and Becky and Brock were both reactionary, B, overkill. So Tony upped the ante and said, okay, I'll see. All they're doing and shout out to Larry Zbyszko. You couldn't really see that, but there you go. They're playing a human game of chess. I'll see you, and then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go ahead and make the next move. That's all they're doing.
Okay, you're not going to gloss over that. When you say Larry Zbyszko, I'm going to need you to say living legend.
The
Larry
living legend, yes. I apologize. The living legend.
Please don't do that again.
The heart of WCW. The man that brought WCW back from the reigns of the NWO. That living legend, Larry Zbyszko. So,
Now,
KB, we've talked about it, but what's your perspective on All Out?
I agree with what Perry said. This may have been pay-per-view of the year because it was number one. Everybody was anticipating. We knew Bryan Danielson was coming back. We knew that. We knew it was going to happen at All Out. I mean, everybody knew. I was more concerned with Ruby Soho. That's all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see Ruby.
James, why do we let him talk?
What is wrong with wanting to see Ruby?
Yeah, what's wrong with wanting to see Ruby?
That's all you get out of it?
That's all I needed, because she said you're gonna see something from her that you ain't never seen seen before, and everybody was geeked up about her coming back.
A Jordan Grace t-shirt.
Here we go. You just can't leave it alone. You can't.
You can't leave it alone.
I did leave it alone. I'm talking about Ruby Soho, bruh.
In about maybe a minute or so, you'll be talking about Nia Jax's outfit from Raw 2 weeks ago, and how she was doing that little shimmy.
Can we move on?
Oh, now we got to move on. Nope.
I actually appreciate she put the twerk in her moveset. So
get that comment off the screen, because if KG gets on Jamie Hayter, we're gonna be here for about 35-45 minutes.
Nope. I'm not even doing it because I got to show loyalty. I show loyalty.
Well, if you've been loyal,
I'm always loyal.
You do Nia, Tamina, Natty.
No, Tamina's yours. Tamina's yours.
Is Tamina.
Yours.
No. If we go back some episodes, you was over there checking out my girl. Who else?
Alexa.
The EST, Alexa Bliss. Come on now, loyalty. He even lost Nia to James
and got her back. But guess what?
No, we didn't see
I'm
that.
a pimp by blood, not by relation. I don't replace them. I don't chase them. I replace them. I mean, what you want me to do? I can't help if they want all this. You know. Baby,
Here you go, James. If you got that much swag, because you're looking unfamiliar right now, take that headband off. I may recognize you.
Oh shit! I can take that.
Take it off there.
You ain't nobody got the instruction to take off nothing.
Take it off. You know what? Make him stand up. Make him stand up. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. You ain't got to explain nothing to me. Full head of hair, almost 40 years old, and got an afro bigger than anyone you ever seen in the 70s. Boy, come on, don't start with me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, this is KG's final episode, because when his wife finds out that he letting that true color shine through and all that other stuff with that hair that's going on, he probably won't be alive anymore. So we're gonna give him his flowers tonight.
He rocking his Coolio tonight.
That's
right. They all over the place.
I
had the headband on to keep these two in check. It was just for these two. Just to keep these two in check, keep them on my face.
I'm gonna send the boss BJ the email, let them know that somebody will have to produce the Sunday Rise, because Yeah.
I've been waiting for that Sunday
Somebody
ride since
make it for
February.
Christmas.
All right,
I
come on,
figure,
come on,
hell,
come on.
since you already in, just go ahead and click buy on the belt too. Just do everything and get the car. If you go, just go hard, go ham, big pimpin'.
If I get the car, James, can I come stay with you?
Oh hell yeah, the couch is yours, brother.
Never mind. Let's go ahead and get this car. Come on. I got to go up to Hampstead later on tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's move on.
This week, we're not going to have a That's Just Nubian because we're just going to soak up all the Nubian that's already here. And he's going to show us what shirt he's wearing. And then next week, he'll be returning with some more news from New Japan and all around. So go ahead, tell us what you're smoking and drinking, because I know we haven't got to that yet. So I'm going to at least give you the That's Just Nubian moment to tell us what's going on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very difficult week for me. So I had to go ham and pull out a Cuban. Unbanded, hand-rolled Cuban.
Raw.
Courtesy of my best friend, Mr. William
KG,
Raj
you got
Thompson.
back on?
Yeah, I got to wait through the whole show.
And as I've already brought out, as I did last week, Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA, Stone Cold's beer, of which is definitely a damn tasty beverage.
Oh, hell yeah, is what you're saying?
Oh, hell yeah.
And then for those, you couldn't see the entire T-shirt, tell us the shirt you're wearing too.
And for those that know anything about the Bullet Club, this is one of the original members, Bad Luck Fale. This is his shirt.
There you go, that's better. There we go.
There you go.
All right, so that was your Nubian moment. We got to get and soak in all that sumoism right there. So let's kind of talk about AEW and WWE.
I guess that's not where you wanted to go. That's how you added order. Look.
No. I was checking my notes for a second to see which way I was going to go with this, because originally I was going to start with AEW and my impressions of this week, but I'll start with WWE. Raw, NXT, SmackDown, stacked. That's pretty much WWE. Now, the big question is, how did AEW build off of the momentum on Wednesday? And I think they did a fairly good job of capitalizing on the talking side of things. CM Punk versus, Taz and his crew, like, probably would have went a different way and got somebody else to be the next victim. But that also could be just giving him a squash match, so that way he could just start racking up the wins and build towards somebody else. So I get that. If you tie in Rampage, I like for Andrade versus Pac. I thought that was a good match. But overall, the Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair contract signing, I thought went very well. The transition that they're changing, I'm getting there. Hold on, I'll let you speak your piece of the evil Becky. You can start seeing the pieces being overlaid. And by overlay, I'm not talking about her gimmick and how she's going to evolve it. I'm not talking about, the next couple pay-per-views. I'm all the way down to WrestleMania for the Oscar performance and, the Oscar level vignette that they're going to produce based off of this match and the lead up to possibly Bianca Belair winning the championship back. Because that's the only place you can go with that right there from SmackDown side, because there's nobody else there that's good enough. I was hoping we'd see the Naomi turn maybe at some point, but we didn't have that happen. Also, because SmackDown was at MSG, we had Brock Lesnar. I wanted more out of that situation. But it is what it is. The Paul Heyman thing was funny with him instantly changing after Roman and the Usos left the ring, and he just went straight into advocate mode. But that Street Profits versus the Usos match, if it was in a steel cage and people was getting cut and they were doing some over the top stuff, it could have come close to Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks, because that was a pretty solid match, good ending. But overall, I still think that AEW won the week. They had what they needed to do to follow a show that happened on Sunday with you airing a live event on Wednesday, opposed to it being the next night like it used to be with pay-per-view then going into Nitro. So KG, looked like you had some hand gestures and some feelings, some emotion. You put the headband on because you didn't want to get beat. You couldn't hang out and go hardcore all the way throughout the show.
No, because I get paid. I'm sponsored. What part of sponsored don't you understand?
How much is Nike paying you? You probably get paid by Psyche.
I'm trying to work this out so everybody can got a little piece of the pie, but you just got to go there, huh?
American pie.
Okay, you want to know before I give it? I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm representing Lady C tonight because she got me this headband when she came to town. So that's who I'm representing tonight. That's why the headband's on.
Now we pole riding all the way down there in Louisiana. Okay,
that's all right. I'm representing. But now, yeah, I did have a few hand gestures. That whole contract signing between Becky and Bianca, could have kept that shit. I'm sorry. The best thing that WWE did this week was having ice cold Trae Young coming to MSG and troll the Knicks fans. That was the best thing you had all week. Everything outside of that, trash. Hot, stinky, funky, garbage. No. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. It was rubbish. 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 That's what it was. It was terrible. This is why week in and week out.
Messages up there. Don't let her co-sign.
Week in and week out. This is why AEW keeps beating WWE, because they keep you stack everything on SmackDown, but you're not doing anything with NXT. You're not doing anything with Raw. You're fucking up your brand as a whole because you got one show. One show. When it used to be every show was a killer, whether you had competition or not. But competition made you better. That trash ass signing? Come on, man. That's not Becky Lynch.
So okay. So if we take that, would you feel better if they eliminated the brand extension again and then just put everybody on one thing, one accord, and then had them tour once again like it used to be between SmackDown and Raw?
That's always my favorite, number one. Number two, it's not possible right now due to COVID and COVID restrictions. You can't do all that traveling. You can't do that. But that's always been my favorite thing, because Warzone would come on at 9. When Warzone went off at 10:05 and Raw started, everything got real. And then you were mad when you seen that little banner in the corner at 11:05. But guess what? It continued. It continued right there on Thursday, because they went and flashed back to what happened on Monday. Then it continued on Thursday. Then it continued again on Saturday. And then it continued again on Sunday on Heat. So you had Shotgun and Heat back-to-back nights. And the storylines are just going. That's my favorite. That was my favorite time because I never missed anything. I didn't have to. I could keep up with everything. The way they're doing it now, what's going on SmackDown is kind of going in the right direction, but why is everything else falling off?
Because it's all stacked, and Fox is investing in the brand. Case in point, when they found out that AEW was really interested in CM Punk, they went to the brass of WWE and said, hey, you guys need to make a bid for CM Punk. They said, oh, it's the money, it's the money. Fox says, we'll chip in. The network is going to chip in. Then they rebuttal, well, no, it's some emotional, some things on the back end and attitudes and stuff. So they had to backpedal further. But they could have extremely outbid from the Fox angle what AEW was doing. So it's Fox putting their money, and when we say money, we're talking money where their mouth is. And if WWE, in my opinion, in truth, can get their act together and do it on both sides of the street, that's great. But Fox is trying to stack the deck so high that it would possibly empower them to give more time TV wise to the WWE. Maybe SmackDown goes 3 hours, which I know is going to be stressful to produce, or there's an additional show that is taped after SmackDown, kind of like a Rampage, and they air it on a different day, but something. But they're trying to really pad the deck. And brand extension is supposed to happen, or the draft is supposed to happen next month. It's going to get real interesting to see how these two corporate entities, Fox versus USA, that is, pick who they want on their show. Because at this point, it is not, in my opinion, and I think I'm speaking the truth here, a decision to be made kayfabe-wise by Vince or anybody else, Pritchard, anybody else. It's going to be Fox wants this person, USA wants this person. It's really the war room this time, and the corporate offices on who's going to go where. I guarantee you the balance that SmackDown has in the advantage is not going to make it through October. They're going to gut SmackDown heavily if USA wants to put the money out. If they don't want to put that heavy money out, then SmackDown is going to have another year of dominance, and Raw is going to be in some serious trouble because the USA execs are pissed at the moment because Raw is not performing at the level it used to when UKG was just talking about that. But James, I know you want to chime in. What's your thoughts about the blend and the mixture of AEW and WWE this week?
Well, you were talking about how they were going after CM Punk. They were going after Daniel Bryanson too, because I read somewhere that they offered him a real big contract that he wound up turning down. So but AEW shut it down this week pretty much. I mean, SmackDown tried to pull up the reins for him, no pun intended, but they made a valiant attempt, but they still couldn't keep up with AEW this week.
Yeah, I agree. And to answer your question, Ben, what makes me watch Raw? The Hurt Business makes me watch. Bobby Lashley's music alone. I still have to one day check and see who produced that. But that's some gangster mess right there when he comes out. That's some big boy theme song when he comes out. That storyline excites me. Bobby Lashley out there, not just because he's running with the darker shade, so to speak, when it comes down to being a world champion. But that aside, man, they make it look good. I was reading an article earlier where another sports entertainer / wrestler was talking about how it made them feel good to see the Hurt Business dressed clean, with Shelton and Cedric and the MVP and Bobby, and they carried themselves at a certain level that it was just, that's the way it's supposed to be when you walk in.
That was our guest you're quoting from last week.
Huh?
That's our guest from last week you're quoting.
No, not only that, but no, I think it was JTG that was talking about that. No, I'm serious. But thank you for bringing it up too. So it's not the only person, but I'm pretty sure it was JTG that was talking about it.
That was Victor, but Victor said the exact same thing.
Yeah, because it's true. It's true. So the Hurt Business, I like to watch. We're gonna get into it. I think. We can talk about it now. That Nia Jax, Charlotte storyline that's brooding makes me interested, especially the shoot fight that they had down there. It was ugly, it was rough, but it was a good thing to watch. That's what.
No doubt.
That's what makes me watch Raw. Everything else I could care less about. If it's DVR, it's fast forwarding between everything else, but Hurt Business, and now what's going to happen with this Charlotte and Nia Jax. Now in SmackDown, the storylines, and we talked about it before, are more prevalent. Bianca Belair, that's a lot. So her and this Becky Lynch situation is interesting. Roman Reigns has got it down packed. He's feeling it. His intro, everything that Roman is doing. If I was doing my creator wrestler for, if it's good again, we'll say old WWE 2K19, then that is the level of timing that I would produce for the People's Choice Don Rodriguez when he comes out. That's about 8 hours worth of timing and music choice and lighting placement and motion. I mean, he is on point. You can't take anything away from him. So Roman Reigns and that whole package is great. Seeing Seth Rollins find another gear and another level of his performing, what him and Edge did this week was incredible. But more that what I think supersedes that is his interview where he was trying to decide if he actually felt anything by stomping Edge. That is the storytelling that really makes me excited when I watch WWE. And then going to NXT, the Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis thing, and the way, that is just entertaining to me. Everything else, like, whatever. But that's really all I watch in WWE that I mark out for. AEW is still fresh, so, as long as they're doing the right thing, it's good. I just think that, as we talked about it before, their women's division needs more. I want to see a little bit more Big Swole. She should be in the picture to start this Britt Baker thing. Truthfully, other than Statlander and stuff like that, she should be beating up Jamie Hayter. And, Ruby going straight to Britt size-wise is a good match because they both make the belt look bigger than it really is. But,
Well, they actually got a bigger belt since Rio had it.
It's slightly bigger, but they can't get a bigger belt.
Well, yeah, they don't. I mean, it's a women's belt. Yeah, they don't need to be that much bigger. I mean,
Well, I mean,
the only reason WWE has that big belt for the women is because they get it wholesale. So I mean, they get all them. They all look alike, so it don't make a difference. Just change the strap on it, and it's because it's a women's belt.
Let's add some Velcro.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life.
The dumbest thing ever. And you would think they would say, okay, hide the Velcro, hold the belt a certain way so it hides the Velcro. But no, they are like, see the Velcro?
Cameraman all in there all year.
Nah, but see, I like what you're saying, and I think I said this 2 weeks ago when before you went on your tour. You got this thing with Impact. Why I know ladies from Impact coming up to AEW, not even like an invasion angle, but I said it. Don't run with it. Just it was an idea we were kicking around. Why is Jordan Grace not going up against Thunder Rosa? Why is Jordan Grace not taking on Nyla Rose? She could beat them easily. Her and Britt Baker, I can push that for 6 months.
What was the first name you mentioned again?
What, Jordan Grace?
Oh, just want to make sure you're still pole riding. I mean,
like I was saying before I was accused of pole riding, I said this weeks ago. Why these women not being brought up to challenge the women of AEW?
No, look how many women you had. All women's casino battle royale.
Yes, and it
That's
went
a lot of
over
women that
well.
could be on Dynamite.
Right, and it went over well. But guess what? When you bring in these women, and of course everybody's not going to get on at once, but you bring in these women just for the exposure from Impact. Steel sharpens steel. It's a lot of very, very talented women in Impact. What's her name? Deonna Purrazzo. Why is she not? Come on now. Why? She's one of the top stars in Impact. Why hasn't she showed up on?
One of the top stars in wrestling right now. Period.
Why hasn't she shown up on AEW television?
James,
Jordan Grace.
It's time for Tessa Blanchard for somebody to throw her a bone, or is she still on the outs for her comments?
No, I think it's time for her to come back. I mean, that's all past. I mean, there's even talk about Marty Scurll coming back because Will Ospreay put out something talking about I got a special guest that's coming to a show that I think he's doing in Texas here soon. And he's talking about I got somebody coming that's going to be a great part of that show. I'm thinking it's going to be Marty Scurll because he's been doing a lot of stuff on Twitter and Instagram lately, taking pictures and all this stuff. Like he's talking about coming back out. So I'm actually looking forward to that because I love Marty Scurll. I like watching him. So, but it's time for Tessa to come back. I would say AEW.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know, because
that's probably the safest place to
she's already done a run in Impact. So I would say go to AEW with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see if she can maybe even get to Japan. You know, because especially now that New Japan Wrestling has acquired Stardom, and on the last shows that they did before they went on this hiatus that they're on before the G1 starts, they actually had Stardom matches starting the last two shows that they did Labor Day weekend, which was an anomaly. I mean, you've never seen that. You don't see women's wrestling in New Japan at all. So for them to have those special matches and whatnot for those two shows with those women on there like that, you know, that's showing you what they're about to do. Because I mean, New Japan is starting a whole new situation now. They're starting to do stipulation matches, which they never do. They're starting to bring women in, which they never do. You know, so and now they're trying to expand into the United States real heavy because they got a lot of different wrestlers from New Japan proper that are in the United States right now doing tours and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the New Japan Strong show that they've got that's getting ready to go on tour. So yeah, I mean it's a lot of movement going on right now that needs to be taken advantage of, especially with the New Japan relationship with Impact, AEW, NWA, and a whole bunch of other organizations, smaller organizations that we're not even talking about. You know, I can get Perry in here on the GCW and whatnot. You got Minoru Suzuki going up against Jonathan Gresham next Saturday.
Mm.
I mean, come on. This is like a dream match.
If that's not a reason to get the order that and watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, for GCW to get that match is a coup. Because I mean that's like they done pulled off some real bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then Allie Katch. Allie Katch is one of the women in is one of the main women in GCW, and she worked dark today, AEW Dark. So now you got Joey Janela, who's running GCW, who's starting to meld his people into AEW. You know, you had Matt Cardona, who was their world champion, just lost the belt to Jon Moxley. The reason why he was wearing a GC
it was CBS or somebody talking about how leaks is now becoming, or slowly but surely becoming, a part of professional wrestling, aka kayfabe is dead. So
right, exactly.
Everybody, you have to evolve, but you have to take advantage of what your situation is and how to benefit. You know, for the women of AEW, maybe it's time for somebody to break out other than Britt Baker and start utilizing social media like Becky Lynch did when she was going through her epic run initially, and use that platform to build and see what happens. So, KG, I want you to go ahead and change to the next one. It's a shout out to Ron Simmons for the next topic, because this kind of rolls into the 7-day countdown in essence, or less than 7 days for next week. Damn.
I was wondering what you're going to do it. Hey, but Ben brought up a very good point, and I don't know if you were going to get to it, but
yeah, I was.
Okay.
But go. You can talk about it now.
Just big shout out.
I was a
New Day
moment too.
Yeah, big shout out to New Day. Even Kevin Nash was happy with that one, with the Outsiders tribute from New Day.
Yeah.
Them dudes, man. They are true students of the game.
They don't have to truthfully wrestle ever again. And I know that's a big statement right there. But their merchandising sales, even throwing Big E into the mix because he gets a cut of a New Day proper and his, that's just money. That's Hogan continual printing merchandising money and residuals. That's John Cena level residuals. That's, DX residuals, Stone Cold. That is just money. As long as they're doing things like that, I guarantee you there'll be an outsider's New Day pop or this or that. I mean, AEW may have the T-shirt game on lock to be able to turnkey a T-shirt off of saying out of nowhere the next day. But WWE,
well, they got pro wrestling tees, and Cole Cabana's contracted with them. So I mean, that's automatic.
Got that on lock, but Lord knows that the WWE, well, the New Day, that is, they can do no wrong, and they don't have to do anything.
This is the first New Day shirt I've ever actually thought about buying,
and they still selling Bootios.
That's what I was getting ready to ask James. Don't you got a box of Bootios and a shirt that say Bootios?
No, I've never seen a box of Bootios in person.
I found it at Target.
I still have it. I even got the lunchbox.
And I've never bought a New Day shirt because, I mean, for lack of a better term, they're a little fruity for me. But this new shirt, this outsider shirt, I may get that one. I may actually break bread for that one.
Wait. The views expressed by the Nubian Sumo represent him and not the sideline junkie Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs.
Oh man.
Hey, you right, man. Consequences Creed. That's the inspiration for the Afro, man. And hey, let this thing fly and just. That's a beautiful thing, man. When you can.
But while we're talking about New Day, I have to have a moment of silence for the party. The party is finally broken up. I got no more Wednesday night Uno YouTube shows anymore. We were talking about Tyler Breeze leaving. He wound up leaving. Now Adam Cole is gone, so the party is now broken up for good.
And Cesaro.
That leaves it was Woods, Cesaro, Adam Cole, and Tyler Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing Uno every Wednesday, and I mean, it was funny. It was fun to watch. I mean, if you just imagine, okay, you sitting at a barbecue or you sitting at your family cookout, and you got you got 4 or 5 people at a table playing dominoes or playing Uno or playing Tunk or playing spades or whatever, and you just sitting back with a Tunk, and you're sitting there just watching them. And you're just enjoying yourself, You get to the point where you're like, "Oh, y'all playing Tunk? I got paper."
Or dominoes.
Or dominoes. I got paper. I don't even want to play. I just want the paper. I'll just take score.
Or pitching dice.
Oh yeah, they did that. It's just like that. I mean, and they had their own catchphrases. They had their own get things that they were doing every show, and they had all. I mean, it was just. From day one. From episode 1 to episode 74, I did not miss one show that they did on Wednesday night because it was just entertaining to me to watch that, But now it's gone, and it wouldn't even be right to replace any of them, Because it was just the camaraderie that they put together. The 4 of them was just, it was just epic. So
yeah. I mean, for Woods, I know he's going to pivot because that does free him up to have more time to do his G4 stuff. So he'll probably just focus a little bit more on that. But, that was, for me, a great avenue to see a different level of certain superstars. Like, that was a great vehicle for Cesaro to show more of himself when he's not in time. Adam Cole to show a different side when he's not having to do, the UE stuff. And for Tyler Breeze, same thing like Cesaro. When you're not getting TV time,
they never talked about wrestling. They never talked about WWE. That's what I'm saying. They were not in character or anything.
They're showing that they're using their pseudonyms and and stuff like that they came up with, but they're showing a different level of themselves, so that way people can relate and be invested in that character. Remember, we saw with Roman Reigns when he came back and said, "Hi, I'm Joe Anoa'i. And this is what I have, and this is what I'm going through." It was different from Roman Sucks at that point because the two separated, and we had the character and the person. We had Batman and Bruce Wayne, 2 separate people. So when he came back, they were able to be merged like that, and now he's got a next level character that's just through the roof. So, that potential could have spawned out of just being yourself, just showing how you are. That's what I liked about a lot of things that was happening through up, down, down on multiple levels for different superstars. So, hopefully they realize, at some point they've got to give, Triple H and Xavier Woods credit and their flowers for putting a lot of people in positions that allowed them to show who they are, where the writers couldn't get it right, or the writers aren't able to figure out really who you're dealing with. But damn.
Well, damn.
In a couple days, we're going to get to see the paint splatter of NXT. It's heavily rumored that the set is a scaled down version of what we see on Raw for the road shows. In my opinion, outside of and get well Triple H having a step back, so that's part of the reason, and some backdoor way that Bruce Pritchard and Vince are heavily involved in NXT. But I think the WWE is also utilizing NXT as Capital Wrestling Center 2.0, Thunderdome 2.0, meaning that if COVID gets bad, where are they going to shoot from? So I think that without seeing the set, I got that feeling there's going to be some interactive screens that if they have to do it, then that is going to be their one place, just like AEW has Daly's place, and everything would emanate from there. We'll see what it looks like, and if those rumors are true on the set look. And I got you in the set, KG, but I got just part of the reason is with Triple H now we know being out for heart conditions, and he just had surgery to help with that, and like I said again, getting well. But I got that feeling that that is the back door down the road in case something happens, that everything is going to start emanating from there, and they're going to run it like they would a Raw or SmackDown, just with the bigger set than what they have. But go ahead, KG, you had something to say.
It's just a quick question.
You got started with, well, damn, it's a gimmick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, damn. Well, actually, this needed to come at the end. Did you get paid for that Thunderdome idea?
Damn.
Well, damn. They done took another idea. And Ben, you absolutely right. We are wasting Tommaso Ciampa an awful fucking lot.
They're going to cut him. Well, oh, sorry. That was the next damn. Might as well roll them all together. James,
roll them all together.
On it. Heavily rumored that there's some cuts that come in. One more again on the NXT side, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, on the sizeism that's going on, and bigger is better, like old school WWE. So they're looking for bigger, more athletic talent. Yeah, exactly. Ben. Damn. So Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano are on the potential chopping block. They are in the crosshairs that if they're going to go true size, then they are going to be, which is going to change the landscape of NXT, aka I ain't watching. James,
this new NXT got probably 2 shows from me to keep me.
But what about Wale doing the opening?
I could care less about Wale.
All right, just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Just saying, maybe.
What did you just say?
I could care less about Wale.
But do you care about Wally? And that's
what the movie, the robot in the movie?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like him. Be all right. Yeah.
No.
I like him. Be all right. Yeah.
One thing you're not going to do, I understand you a transplant, and I'll give you.
To call him a.
Oh my God! You better keep that to your fucking self, motherfucker. Because I know hell no. Hey, no. Wait a minute. Okay, if you gonna do that, there's a shirt that I'm thinking about getting that I saw that I really want to get. I'm like, I'm not fat. I identify as skinny, so I'm trans slender. There you go.
There you go.
You can do that.
You almost had me, KG.
No, that I understand he's a transplant. And Ben only on Wale only good. Oh my God, you must have never heard the early. Wale, that's my name. Don't forget it. It's not a game. Hold your dame, cause my thing's so vicious.
Look, man.
I'm gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
My favorite thing is I'm from Northeast, and I guaranteed I'll groove her. Go listen to "Shake It" by Wale. Go listen to "Breakdown," "Dig Dug," all of that, and you'll understand. Before Wale changed his style to fit mainstream, how much of a beast he was. He was so good. They put him on Madden 09. He got a joint with J. Cole on MLB The Show 19. Like the dude, I'm not even gonna get into Wale right now. Whew.
Here's the thing, man. Okay, and this is just my personal opinion. Okay, hip hop died when Biggie died.
So okay. you don't like K. Dot. You don't like J. Cole.
I don't listen to J. Cole, and he's from North Carolina.
Yes, and
I don't listen to any of these new kids. I'm old school. I'm old school to my heart. Okay.
Yes. Nothing wrong with that.
The only reason I listened to Nas' last album was because it was Nas.
But Nas, well, I can't say our generation, but I will say Nas is our generation.
No, I'm just saying. The only reason I listened to Nas is because Nas' album is because he was Nas. I didn't listen. If I would have known who his producer was, I probably wouldn't listen to that.
So I guess Migos was out. You wasn't.
I've never listened to anything from Migos unless it was on already.
You wasn't getting your Ric Flair drip on, man?
No.
Wait, hold on. Time out. I used to be the same way, James. I used to be the same way. But you got to listen to Migos when they're separate. Because Offset got this, he got this song called he got an album called Legacy. Oh my God, that thing goes. And it's not none of that mumble or nah. He's straight spitting on it. And I'm not a Migos fan, but Offset and the other one, I can't think of his name, but no, the other one. Yeah, Quavo, the other one. Now Quavo can bowl. That's why I messes with him, because he can bowl. But some of this new stuff, like I started listening to Nipsey Hussle, and I really got in deep. And I was like, okay, he talking about what I like. He talking about things that I'm talking about. Nipsey
Hussle died, and I was like, who?
Oh wow.
I never heard not one song from Nipsey Hussle
because he wasn't mainstream.
I never knew anything about Nipsey Hussle.
Okay, James. We got to move on, but listen, I got a song for you. It's called "If You Were Mine" by Nipsey Hussle. He took the Sade "If You Were Mine," and I can't do it, but they looped it, and he flowed over the joint over a fucking R&B song like he killed it. 100 the show with him and Rick Ross. Summertime in that Cutlass. I'm talking early shit before Racks in the Middle and all that. I'm talking early shit. His early shit. Bangers.
Listening to you right now is like reading The Matrix to me. Okay. I'm just telling you. I don't listen to that. I am old school to my heart. Okay.
Look, the greatest lyricist of all time is KRS-One. Number two is Rakim.
Thank you.
Number 3 is Nas, and number 4 is Big Daddy Kane. Those are the top 4 greatest lyricists of all time. So I understand where you're coming from. But oh my God, it's so much stuff that you missing out on, bro. I got you.
KG, you, I know you in. We're gonna have to reel you back because I really need to have you answer this question for me. Musically.
Oh my God.
He better don't do it. Don't do it.
Is go-go a person, a place, or a thing?
I told you not to do it. Didn't I tell you not to do it? And you did it anyway. Go-go is a person, a place, and a thing.
And it's a lifestyle. And Ben, I gotta disagree with you. Posthumous Nipsey is overrated. No. Because the things that he was saying on his last album, he had been saying from the beginning. Everything that he said, he lived it. And that's why I mess with him. Well, we know Tupac's still alive. We've seen pictures. I mean, But Nipsey, man, nah.
Probably
I gotta disagree.
That's another thing. I don't give a fuck about Tupac neither.
Oh, snap.
I chose sides.
It's time to go.
Sides. I chose Biggie.
Look, it's time to go. Can we move on? Can we move on?
I chose Biggie.
I can't do this. Look, we running short on time. You got about 10 minutes.
One day we gonna get the three of us gonna get together and we just gonna have it out. It's a whole bunch of stuff hanging on that we need to take that he would put on the table. So yeah, I fuck Tupac. I chose Biggie. Hey, when it came to East Coast, West Coast, I chose East Coast. Period.
Ben, I gotta disagree with you. We gonna have to settle this another time. Cause y'all make sure y'all bring enough alcohol and cigars, cause y'all gonna need it. Cause I'm gonna put on a clinic for y'all.
Just don't put the go-go on, because we don't understand that it's the same beat. So, damn.
I ain't even gonna say.
You know it's the same beat.
It's the same beat. Hey, we get you in on this too, Ben, because apparently we got some conversations to have too. So it's all good, brother.
Man. Oh my God.
You bring the cigars, I'll bring the bourbon, and we'll have it out. No doubt.
Oh my God. You're absolutely right. We do need to do a special show just for music, because I gotta get James out of his way. I gotta teach Don what go-go is. I gotta let him listen to some Chuck Brown. He's never heard Ashley's Roach clip before.
What?
Trust me, you can't.
I know he has.
What?
You can't explain.
No. Hold on. Ashley's Roach clip is one of the most sampled songs ever in the history of hip hop. Period. And he doesn't know that's a
go-go song.
And you don't know that's a go. First, you don't know it's a go-go song. It's it's Chuck Brown, the Soul Searchers. Second of all,
I can't separate it because it's the same beat.
It's not the same beat.
They sampled the same beat.
First of all, it's not a sample. Second of all, it's not the same beat.
It's the same beat.
It's live music. It's live music, so it can't be a sample.
The same thing.
Okay. Hold on.
Give me. I can play it right now.
No, you can't. Two things. Ashley's Roach clip. They actually put that on.
No, look at him. It's the same beat.
Ashley's Roach clip. They put that on GTA 5. Not only that, the gentleman that played percussion on that song, I used to work with him. No, it was my man Lino. Lino Druid played percussion for the Soul Searchers from 71 and 75. Used to work with him.
And just for layman's term, just to make sure, I'm gonna dumb it down. He played the drums, right?
He played drums and congos on the song. That's okay with you.
Ask him, are you hitting the drums the same way every song?
Let me ask you a question, Don, and then we're gonna move on because we gotta go.
Hey man, hold up. No more talk about this, because I gotta go get my percolator on. So
you see, I got one question for you. I gotta
get my percolator on. That's all I'm saying.
In the early 90s, and you right, Ben. Don is a transplant. He's a transplant from Baltimore. He came down to DC. We taught him a little something to send him back to Baltimore. But
no, he had a little stint in Atlanta first before he went back. So yeah.
You ever listen to Kid and Play? Roll with the Kid and Play, and everybody say "Hola, hola." That's go-go.
Yeah, they took the go-go gimmick and brand with it. What was that producer's name? What was that
Herbie Lovebug.
Herbie Lovebug.
Yeah.
Everybody that was under Herbie Lovebug had a go-go beat on their songs around that time. Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play, and everybody else that he was doing music for. They all had go-go beats around that time.
Don't get mad at me, Ben.
Oh no! You was talking about Preach earlier. So
yeah, he was. You see how he turned? Yeah, he healed. He healed out on you. Now he got problems. Ride with me now.
Let's go.
Ride with me now.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like Jason State Farm right now. Ride with me. I'm gonna give you that rate. How about that?
But here's the thing: you've been listening to go-go for the longest.
I know.
And you just don't know it.
Same beat for a long time.
Ben, you right. Wait, Ben Ben just checked in. This is wrestling. Yeah, yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's move on. What's your next
I've
well
been
down?
wrestling with the same beat all this time.
Trouble around the time when you were younger. I was in my teens, but you were a little younger. Okay, Trouble Funk.
What the hell are you talking about?
Trouble Funk came out with like R&B music that was being played on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listened to Trouble Funk for the first time, I would have never thought that they were go-go until I got to college, and I was like, that they were go-go?
Mm-hmm.
That's a go-go, man.
When you was in your teens, you were helping Napoleon on a horse. I wasn't even here yet.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Next well down.
Damn. When I was in your teens, the hell kind of lie?
Hey Ben, stay out of this shit. Don't see. How you expect me to smoke a drink with you when you gonna join on me like that? That's fucked up, man. You can't have it both ways, man. You can't, hell no.
That's not down.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh my God.
You can't have it both ways. Hey, look, I don't know you like that.
Hey, James.
I don't know you like that.
Hey,
You know, we ain't like that.
Ben said James knew King James when he was a prince. That's
Oh my God.
I am King James.
Oh my God.
I am King James before LeBron James. I'm King James, damn it.
Oh,
So what you're saying is you put that pebble right there at the stone so that way it wouldn't close so Jesus could roll it back?
oh
I
my
am the
God.
stone that the builder refused. Believe that.
That's an affirmation right there.
I am the stone that the builder refused.
You know what? All I'm going to say is this, and this is why I respect James. Because at the end of the day, he was the only one cussing at Calvary because he was like, man, why I got to clean this shit up?
Can we move on? Let's go. Next well damn.
I had to laugh at that. That's funny.
Next well damn, because it's one that you got that I really want to get into. Come on, man.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'm done.
Come with the kick drum, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's give us free. You say it right.
I'm a star, baby. I'm a star. All right, so damn.
Oh my God. Come on.
See, I was just watching The Help last night. I'm gonna bake you a pie just for you.
Better be Poontang. So
Nah.
No, it's gonna be a chocolate pie.
Eat my shit.
Exactly. I'm gonna make you a special chocolate pie.
Oh man, my side hurt. I can't be
Come on.
I gotta give James his flowers right now. Anybody that cleaned up that mess, you gotta love him, right?
Time's running down.
He made sure that sand was nice and dirty.
Sun's getting mighty low, big fella. Come on.
Speaking of that, hey, if y'all not watching Marvel What If, y'all need to do that shit because that shit is hot.
On it, son.
That shit is hot.
Already on it. No spoilers.
Them last two is hot, man. You smart, you guy. Fuck you, Ben. You is smart, you is kind, and you is important.
Okay, come on, bring it back. All right,
back now. I wanted to see. You know, it's a whole other beef right there.
Come on, we got on Wale and Go and everything else.
Jumping in the ring.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Ain't none of y'all shit.
Good to be back.
Ain't none of y'all shit. Ain't gonna be shit. Ain't never gonna be shit. None of y'all.
I'm not saying nothing else.
Okay. Next one.
It's pretty effed up that you pointed Christopher Columbus over here to.
You keep going. You keep going.
I pointed Christopher Columbus in the right direction, and he went north. He went on his own. He went in the business for himself.
Like, man, when them Indians, oh, they that way, boss.
That's right. I pointed him in the right direction, away from where he wanted to go.
Okay, come on.
Hey, look. Hey, you in Atlanta long enough. He wanted to go to Buckhead. I sent him to Bankhead.
Oh, no, don't you say that now.
Come on. We running out of time.
Let's get back to wrestling because, truth be told, we all know James is a big wrestling fan. He told them slave ship captains to drop some off over at the island so that way down the road he knew that we was going to get the Samoan dynasty. So say, hey, if you drop some of the Negroes over there, they going to amount to something. I'm telling you, they going to amount to something. Drop them. Now you messed up when you told them to drop them over there to Jamaica because they got a little, ornery and started, doing.
Yeah, I saw the burning bush. I lit some cigars off of that shit. How about that?
I can't. See, this is why they don't let us get together. We gonna get. She's standing right here, y'all. I'm getting looked at. Can we move on so we can go?
All right. Yeah.
She giving me the eye.
All right. There's this rumor.
That's Don keeping it going. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
And then Ben chiming in and shit.
I'm not controlling the
I'm the victim here. I'm the victim.
Who posted that? Who posted that? That's not me.
Come on.
That's not me.
I'm getting the eye here. Come on.
I'm trying to take it to the next level. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. All right. But it is fucked up that James told Lincoln to go to that play. Like, man, I heard it good. You go see that.
Bro.
That thing got like 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my God. We're never gonna get through this.
I'm gonna listen to this free guy, he makes some good picks.
See, he keeping it going. I ain't saying shit. He keeping it going.
Come on, chameleon. Come on, let's go.
Keep, man, you got to roll like you out there in the West Coast. Drop the top down so they can see your face. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Okay, let's go.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, don't post that. Don't post that. Because you're gonna be a rebel rouser. Don't post it.
If it's about me, you better post it.
Don't do it. See, why you have to say stuff?
We got you said something. I was gonna let it fly. Let's go. Come on.
Basically, what it says is you so old you was pressing Van Helsing's pants. That's what it was saying.
Ooh,
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which was a great movie.
That ain't funny.
Come on, let's go.
Funny.
Let's go.
I gotta bring it down.
That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny.
Come on now, it's one well damn that I really want to get into. Let's go. Come on, time's a ticking.
All right, I'm bringing it down. You can't give all bangers. So September 22nd, just wanted to get your thoughts, removing the political as much as we can, about this new mandate up there in New York that those that are going to see AEW's first major time in New York at the Arthur Ashe Stadium, they're going to have to provide their vaccination status and be fully vaccinated to be able to attend this event. Just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts about that, without getting too deep into, the meat and potatoes of what that is, but just, surface level emotion and feeling about this vaccination thing.
Hey, it's segregation all over again. I mean, you got the president saying that the federal government workers got to be vaccinated now too. So I mean, it's new world order type shit, really. I mean, Big Brother's trying to regulate and say, okay, you don't want to get this vaccination, okay, we're gonna make you get it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go see wrestling, be vaccinated. You want to make money? You want to have a job? Get vaccinated. You know? So, hey, it's the way of the world. It's what this world has come to. You know, I like you said, I don't want to get too political and into the conspiracy theories and whatnot, but yeah, it is what it is. This is what they wanted, and this is what they got. So
it is what it's gonna be. My thing is, you can ask me if I'm vaccinated right now at this very moment. I'm gonna ask you, do you like anal? Do you suck dick? Do you swallow? Because none of that's none of my business. My vaccination status is none of your business.
Right.
But you got OnlyFans though, so you put it out there.
No, not even on my OnlyFans. I wear a mask. I wear glasses. I do everything to protect myself, protect you as the next person. So whether I'm vaccinated or not is none of your fucking business. And to tell me that the only way I can go see wrestling is I got to prove vaccination, I don't have to prove shit to you. That's breaking HIPAA laws. So, you know,
part.
Yeah.
That part.
It's okay to break the law because you want me to prove so I can go see wrestling. Bitch, I'll watch it at home. I ain't that pressed to see it in person.
Ben, you can't be going ham no more, man. We calm down from that. We calm down. We can't go there no more.
I think that's the dumbest shit possible. My vaccination status, your vaccination status, the man in the moon, the dude that working the courier, I don't give a shit. As long as you do what you got to do and you follow the mask mandates, you're not out here raw dogging the world with your face all out, I'm fine. I don't care what your vaccination status is. As long as you're protecting yourself, I'm protecting you, you're protecting me, I'm good. I don't care.
Oh, you mouth-breathing Karens out there.
I got a medical certificate saying that I can't wear a mask. Well, guess what?
And right now, half of them fake.
But you got dudes running around talking about they can't wear a mask. Oh, I can't breathe. That's why you can't do that thing that your girlfriend like, because you can't wear a mask. So obviously she's never came.
Wow.
Learn how to breathe through your eyelids. Let's go. Next one. Let's go.
Hey man, this got real.
Because I think this is the dumbest shit possible. Next thing you know, they're going to say, oh, well, if you get vaccinated, we can give you tickets front row to go see AEW.
Oh, we get front row tickets? I'm going right now. Get my shot.
Don't bribe me. Do not tell me the truth and hurt my feelings. Don't ever comfort me with a fucking lie.
So I guess this would be a good time to ask the elephant in the room question. Do you think Vince McMahon, not in the overall government thing, but just in Arthur Ashe Stadium because it is home turf, make some phone calls to try to screw it over and put the screws to it? Guess what I'm trying to say, AEW? Because they didn't have to do that this past week at MSG. Same state, last I checked.
MSG is the biggest.
They are connected. I mean, they heavily connected. His wife is still within politics and still heavily connected. So I mean, it's possible.
That
I wouldn't doubt it.
Rumbles about the 14K plus in attendance at MSG having to show any type of vaccination status.
Spreader event.
So kind of interesting. So we're not going to go into more of that situation because KG just bust one. So you don't have to. Yeah.
Let's just move on. Let's move it on. Move on.
Mania. On the brighter side, WrestleMania. Looking like it's going to be 2 live nights next year in 2022. What's your feelings? 2 live nights. Thus far, no cinematic anything. So, they're producing potentially 6 hours of content. So that means you're going to have a lot of storylines coming to culmination that they're going to start building. So that could be the best case scenario for the sucky dealings that we've had thus far. Once things start wrapping up, you can have a bunch of, and everybody can have the opportunity to, even though one of those matches is probably going to be the obligatory battle royale of some kind.
Both, yeah.
Well, I guess
men's and women.
It's going to happen, but maybe something for the women, just for time filler. But I mean, what's your thoughts? We'll start with James because I think KG, you need a smoke. Was it good for you?
It's always good for me.
Did you get the reach around?
I ain't got that problem.
Okay, just checking. I know if you need a Kanye special. So James,
I mean, no different than what they did last year. I mean, folks are trying to one up each other. Like New Japan just announced that they're not only going to have 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom like they did last year, but they're going to not do their New Year's Bash like they did and have a 3rd night of Wrestle Kingdom in a arena that they hadn't been in like 10 years. So it's it's one-upmanship all the way around. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same. Like I said, it's the same thing they did last year. They'll probably find another women's main event, just like they did with Sasha and Bianca for the first night, or so find something significant to have for their main event, and make the second night the big night. So, status quo, pretty much.
So, KG, should it be the norm? 2 nights of WrestleMania? Should that be something that we should expect going forward? That's something you like to have?
No.
Or do you like traditional 4-hour special plus the pre-show?
Give me 4 hours plus the pre-show because number one, what was that? Was that 2 years ago? No, it wasn't 2 years ago because last year, 2021 was 2 days, 2020 was 2 days. I want to say 2018 was when we had the WrestleMania. I think that's when Becky won her title. I think Seth won his title that night too. But it didn't go off until like almost 1 a.m. because I think we did a show at like, yeah, that was 2019. We did a show at like almost 1 in the morning. We had to keep it to 10 minutes because we were falling asleep. But it was such a good show. We didn't have a problem with it. I prefer that because it makes me get geeked up for the whole entire day. And you make a day out of it because what they've been doing with these 2 days, the first day is awesome. Saturday night is just beautiful, especially when they end it with the Undertaker's match, and then you come in Sunday and it's so lackluster. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I know. Give me 1 day. Put everything in that 1 day. That way you're not overextending yourself trying to find filler matches and this, that, and never. Every match is selling out the curtain type match because it's just that good. Everybody's trying to one up everybody in the business. That's what we need. Where everybody goes out there and puts their best foot forward and they put
what about 2 nights to be the norm?
Huh?
No, I was asking James, what does he think about that? Let him chime in.
No, I agree. Less is always more. You know what I'm saying? We were brought up on the Sunday night. WrestleMania night was almost like our Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, one night, you'll get 4 or 5 hours of entertainment. They're all going to be significant matches. They're all going to be worth watching. Right now, I mean, like you said, they're looking for filler. They're looking for filler to fill up this time. So I mean, they're not giving anything significant until the main event, maybe the semi-main, and the curtain jerk.
Right.
Everything in between is like, okay, so what can we do to fill up 2 hours?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Shit. I'm sorry.
No, it was already real.
No. What just rolled across the screen? Maryland beat the shit out of Howard 62-0.
Jesus.
As expected.
But where the fuck was the mercy rule? God damn.
There ain't no mercy rule. Shit,
Oh Lord.
This ain't Little League. Nobody's getting participation trophies.
This ain't. They wasn't Little Sisters of the Poor neither. God damn. At least they score. But anyway, make it 1 night. Stop giving this 2 night stuff because it's not working. Because the second night is always lackluster. It's always not enough. it's like you so geeked up and you so high off of night one, then night two come around. The first match is fire. Then every match after that falls off. And it's like, why the fuck am I watching this shit? You should have just left the pay-per-view at match one at night one. Then you try to throw a championship match in there, and it's so many botches and they seem so off because they're fucking tired. Don't do that to me.
Hologram match, like the Killer Bees versus the Legion of Doom versus the Road Warriors.
Yeah, we made sure we got you voted out with that last night.
Yeah.
And did you say the Legion of Doom versus the Killer Bees versus the Road Warriors?
Yep, just to mess with you. Just to mess with you.
Well, they are two different tag teams.
We don't recognize the Legion of Doom. Let's go, please.
The Legion of Doom is not the Road Warriors.
No, not at all. The Legion of Doom was actually the stable that the Road Warriors were a part of.
No, I'm talking about the actual two people.
Oh,
the Legion of Doom, WWE's The Legion of Doom is not the Road Warriors.
okay.
And you can get philosophical with that if you want to, but I'm just saying it goes deeper than what we're talking about. But yeah,
see, look,
they're two different tag teams. They're two different people all together.
I'm saying something. I'm like, yeah, where Perry at? Because I got something good. I can get in the conversation now because I dropped a little knowledge. Because with Perry, you got to have your pen and paper ready because y'all hit me to some stuff last week, man. And I've been going off on that, man. I was like, yo, I did not know none of that. But let's go. Come on. Time's getting short. We had an hour and 32.
I know you not counting time because I ain't hear nobody looking at the clock at all last week.
Oh, we had a good time last week, and we got a whole bunch of stuff in, and we was just talking. It was all good. It was all good last week. So yeah, I mean, all that, none of that time was wasted last week. So
I didn't say it was, James.
But I'm just saying you would have been like, we've been on 10 minutes. Time to go.
TV time remaining. That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, no, we doing what you keep talking about with WWE Network. We stretch it because we can.
We scared because we care.
I respect that. All right. So this isn't even a well damn moment. This is a please do moment. The heavily rumored Cult of Wyndham.
Not gonna happen.
Potential. Two parts of it potentially could end up in AEW or Impact, and that being Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman are still, as of today, from the PW Mania articles I was reading, are still rumored to go either way. The third person rumored for the Cult of Wyndham, if it happened, was Bo Dallas, which we've talked about before. Why didn't Bo join, Bray in the family business, so to speak, when he was in WWE?
Because he didn't believe.
Guys' thoughts on this, because if we got it in perfect situation, all three showed up in AEW or Impact. What's your thoughts? Or should Braun go to Impact and Bray obviously needs to go to AEW because the writing is on the wall that somebody is going to pull the Dark Order back together, Bray Wyatt,
right?
Out of respect for Brody Lee. So that is really the lock. But that's still rumors. Anything can happen. We thought Adam Cole at one point was going to still re-sign with WWE and go up to the main roster. As we found out, they were going to put him as a managerial role in the main roster, and that was one of the main reasons why he said hell nah, Karen, and dipped out. So anything can happen until it's official, and I guess we see the tweet that says, Wyndham Rotunda is all elite, or whatever he's going to call himself at that point. So tell me what you guys think. Should they split? Should both of them end up, do they need in AEW, or would it be better suited over there in Impact? Either one of y'all can go ahead and chime in and say what your thoughts.
I think Braun will be in Impact. I think Bray will be in AEW. And like you said, I think he takes over the Dark Order. Bo, only because his brother will be there. I think he'll go to AEW and he'll be part of the Dark Order, kind of like a sergeant at arms type situation. Take Evil Uno out of that position. Let him concentrate on the tag team with him and Stu Grayson. Let them go after the titles again. I just don't see the Cult of Wyndham coming together like everybody thinks it will, because I think Braun will be in AEW and Impact, and I think Impact needs another big man because they haven't really had a true big man, a true threat big man since Abyss left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been trying to do it with Madman Fulton, but it's just not working out, especially with him being the lackey to Ace Austin.
Right.
So they just need a monster to come in and kind of, take care of business. Now, another thing that I hope doesn't happen is that he gets sucked up into Violence by Design.
Mm.
Because I don't know why. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I got a feeling that Joe Doring is not going to last in Impact.
Right.
I got a feeling that he's going to end up going back to Japan at some point, and then they'll replace him with Braun. But I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they just let Braun be Braun and be his own entity within Impact to just kind of run roughshod over Impact.
So you think he should come straight in and beat Christian? Just straight up. Open challenge?
No, I don't think he should come in and beat Christian straight up. I think he should kind of build to Christian, have his squash matches, kind of do what they're doing with CM Punk.
Yeah.
They bring him in. They give him his squash matches. They let him build up into his own, and then maybe eventually go after the heavyweight championship at some point. But I don't think he should just come. I don't think they should do him like Ruby Soho and just give him a title shot right off.
Right.
I think he should just come in and just, because I mean, who in Impact is going to beat him? You know what I'm saying? The only person I see right now that would have any kind of match that would be real and it'd be believable for him to beat Braun Strowman or Adam Schiff. I don't know. I can't remember his last name. Sami Callihan.
Yeah.
I see Sami Callihan giving him a run only because he's Sami Callihan. Eddie Edwards could probably give him a run, give him a good match, but he'll end up beating him. I see Shira, Shira being able to, be in the ring with him, size versus size, and being able to work with him a little bit. Even Fulton, as two big men going up against each other. Hell, Doc Gallows.
Yeah.
Doc Gallows in singles matches or whatever, But as far as singles is concerned, I would say Sami Callihan just because he's Sami Callihan.
Okay. So KG, 2 questions. 1, same thing. What's your thoughts on that? But 2, if you haven't, I guess, seen the confirmation, how you feeling about this nice little interesting relationship between Braun and his boo, Raquel Gonzalez?
Are they still together?
Yeah, man.
I thought I saw him in a picture on a red carpet with somebody else. They was looking kind of booed up.
No, she was just in a TikTok rubbing all on his booty and stuff. And
okay.
All that,
okay.
So,
okay.
Just because she rubbing his ass don't mean they together.
True.
Hey, man, she close enough that if he lets some gas out, her hand's catching it. That they together.
Never mind. I was getting ready to say something else, but I ain't got time for no Me Too. So, it is what it is. I mean, but I agree with James. I think Braun will go to Impact. both of y'all said that Braun will go to Impact, but Bo Dallas will be the anomaly. Because what are you going to do with Bo Dallas? You know,
Bo has. I mean, he's got incredible range as a character.
but AEW will let him work that range too.
Huh?
AEW will let him work that too.
That's what I'm saying. So he could flourish as a and whatever he's producing. And they have very few people. Matt Hardy is one person that has that range. Who else has that range to be able to just stretch their character out? Really, Matt Hardy. Um, oh gosh, Kenny Omega, I would say, has the ability, but that's just from that Japanese training and stuff like that. So he knows how to put the emotion in it, or put the pizzazz and the showmanship in it. So Kenny Omega can do it. But I can't really think of anybody else on top of my head that can show the range that Bo Dallas has as a character creator, other than Bray Wyatt. That whole evolution from Bo Lee to when we lost him, unfortunately, and he got released by WWE. Man, he showed a lot of potential.
That's true.
But then also we got to think about it that even if they split, last I checked, AEW and Impact, they got this nice little window that people just walk through. So could they end up on Impact at the same time? Quite possibly, because that'd be a huge spike in ratings if Bray was to go over there for just whatever, just because, why not? And then if Braun was to come over with whomever, that would be another huge spike. So you can still see them in the same place at the same time through that partnership. So it's not, unfathomable that you could see them together.
Actually, you could probably see like a offshoot of the Bullet Club with the Dark Order, where Bo Dallas goes to Impact, Bray goes to AEW. They send some Dark Order members over to Impact, and they're under Bo Dallas.
Right. Which would balance out the Dark Order, because there's so many members. If Bray goes dark with the Dark Order, I guess pun intended, they've got to also pull away -1, so that way they don't have that. And then they've got to stretch out, maybe send 10 and Stu Grayson over, or actually Evil Uno over to be the mouthpiece along with Bo. And 10, I'd send 10 over.
Do you want to really take away -1?
No. You keep -1.
I'm saying if you go dark, like we know Bray can go dark. You don't want to put a kid in the mix of that way.
Yes, you do.
No, you make him your mascot. He's your mascot.
You put him right in the middle of it.
Right. You just like he was, like he had.
There'd be a lot of backlash, because if we got him coming out, let's just say with a lantern and with a face in it and all this other crazy stuff.
But he wouldn't do that in AEW.
I mean, he could go to that level if they allowed him to creatively. I mean, if he comes up with an idea of like, okay.
But see, here's the thing. If fantasy booking, right? I keep Dark Order the same way they are in AEW. Take Bo Dallas over to Impact, make them the Dark Order. Send Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, 10, and maybe 5,
right,
over to Impact. Okay, that leaves Colt Cabana, John Silver. Mm-hmm. His partner, what's his name? What's his partner's name? The one that's disappeared all of a sudden. The one that was this one's trying to mess around with old girl. Mm-hmm. Alex Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Reynolds. So you
always forget about him.
And then Alex Reynolds. You got Colt Cabana, Alex Reynolds, John Silver. That's the tag team. Mm-hmm. You got your single with Colt Cabana and Bray Wyatt, so they could tag team if they needed to.
Right.
Keep Evil 1, -1 as your little mascot or whatever, and just keep them like they are. And then you build on both sides. You bring people in on both sides. So then you expand the Dark Order, and then once you have one of those shows where all of a sudden it's Impact versus AEW, they all come together as one group.
Or you can swap them from week to week.
Well, no, you wouldn't necessarily swap them because remember, they're dark in Impact, but they're still the way they are, the comical, and maybe somewhat dark in AEW. Yeah. So you got two different personalities within, just like with the Bullet Club. You know, you got all these sub factions within the Bullet Club. You got the guys over in New Japan Strong that are dealing. You got the guys over in Impact that are dealing. You got everybody in New Japan, and they're broken up in like 3-4 different groups and whatnot. So over there, so they're together, but they're not together.
Right.
So you just see them in different factions or different sub factions, with different personalities to them. But then all of a sudden, at some point, they come together and they're like one group.
Right. I can see that. What about you, KG? What's your thoughts?
Keep -1.
Okay.
Let him run. Let the kid run. He getting paid. He doing what he
Long.
enjoy. I know a lot of people were saying, well, why you got a kid out there? He got to go to school. You know, they got tutors and stuff for that.
Well, no, because they shut him down because his grades was dropping. So that's why you ain't seen it.
But that's the best part about it. That's the best part about it. We sit around. We
put him in timeout.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, we talk about it all the time off air, and the African proverb is, it takes a village to raise your child, and that's a pretty big village raising that child.
Yeah.
So that right there is absolutely beautiful. I mean, your grades drop. Hey, we taking you off TV. You can't do what you love. I agree with that. But then when them grades come back up, hey, hit it. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, but as long as his grades stay up and he's doing well in school, let him run with it.
Okay. And he's already got his prom date with Ty Conte too. So I mean, he's already in. 10 more, about 8-9 more years.
But that's another thing. Why not let him run? And then the older he gets, the darker you can go.
True.
And then the thing is, even if everybody gonna say, well, why are you going that dark with a kid? But the thing is, you're watching. Yep. Whether you agree with it or not, you're watching. That's money.
And there's already
what does controversy do?
There's already a precedent. There's already a precedent with Steve Corino and his son Kobe.
See? And then on top of that, you think about this. You find, then next thing you know, I mean, just spitballing here. You got not just wrestlers' kids, you got other kids you can train in the business at an early age to do the same thing. Now, they may not be performing on a nightly basis. They may not be going on tours out of country and things like that, but he's over. And the next thing you know, you got other kids that are over because they're saying, hey, if he can do that, I can do it too. You bringing in a whole nother demographic. You're bringing in that, I'll say 9 to 17 demographic that probably wouldn't normally watch wrestling, but they like, oh shit, okay, I can get with this.
You trying to take the Power Rangers crew? That's what you're trying to do.
Something like that, man. And you get kids and you train them up and they fall in love with the business. That's one thing.
Future star. I mean, that's all wrestling. That's all wrestling is about, building the next star, right?
And then all you're doing is it's like a factory,
right?
And then, but the thing is, everybody's in house. You're training these kids, and they're falling in love with the business. When you're in love with the business, you perform way better. When you're just not just doing it for a paycheck, but in love with it, you perform way better.
CM Punk.
So you got to fall in love with it. Why not fall in love with it at an early age? You know, they ask you, what's your first love? Wrestling, the business. keeping kayfabe alive when, you know, they said kayfabe was dead. Nobody knows who I am because I'm keeping kayfabe alive. You know, I mean, that's just my thoughts. I mean, I got a lot of thoughts. I got a lot of hopes. I got a lot of desires, but that's just mine.
That's valid. I mean, we'll see what happens. I just wanted to, put that out there and see as we wrap things up. Perfect timing. So, as always out there in YouTube land, feel free to subscribe, like, follow, ring the bells, do all that other crazy stuff that people ask when it comes down to this YouTube thing. KG is going to tell you about all the other cool places you can listen on the podcast side. On Facebook, what's up? I think you can, what do you like us? And then it gives you the message or something like that.
Yeah, you like the regular Facebook page.
Yep. So,
and then that's Sideline Junkies :podcast. Then once you do that, you can search up Sideline Junkies 24/7. That's our group where we have open discussions at times, and we're trying to get that back. Now football is back tomorrow, so officially football is already back. But jump in there, get on posts. You apply for membership there. As soon as I see it, I'll pretty much approve you. So Sideline Junkies 24/7. Of course, don't forget Instagram and Twitter. Sideline Junkies, all one word. We're on Twitch. I haven't streamed yet. I'm waiting for the People's Choice Don Rodriguez to get a little time off. I think we need to stream on Twitch with some division. As soon as we get some time. Stream, not streak. You keep your clothes on.
Okay.
I'm not getting in trouble for you this week. No.
Just double checking. I
No.
thought you wanted to have a 3-legged race. I'm like, well, I'm in, but.
Good night, everybody. You see what the banner say, man. Wrap that shit up, B.
I was trying to give it a couple seconds. It's been so long. I guess I'll tell you to diversify your bonds.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
I'm just the only sane one left, but good night.